What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today is not going to be a makeup tutorial. It's actually going to be a very delayed video that I've been trying to do for the longest time, but I don't know why. But this video today is going to be pretty much about my UEI experience, why I became a medical assistant, and just things along those lines. So I'm not trying to make it super long and boring because nobody likes watching those types of videos. So with that being said, let's go ahead and then just jump into the video. And then yes, so as you can see, I am wearing my scrubs. I did get off of work early, which is super awesome because it gave me a legit reason. I'm already dressed, so I'm like, why not record? And then, yeah, this side is looking like a little bit on the orangey kind of tone. I have my window open, and then I have like my little Himalayan salt lamp going on, and it's pink, so it's kind of giving off that color. But yeah, we want the positive energy in this room and video. Okay, pause while I breathe. Okay, also, if you guys see me looking down, I kind of just wrote a few notes to kind of go over, like the stuff that I thought was most important, or that I would think it would be important to kind of help out with the video or help you guys out with any questions. If I do miss something, just definitely go ahead and drop your questions down below or add me on Instagram. I will have it linked, my Instagram link down below. Just DM me and I'll just answer them directly to you, whichever one works. But yes, so I guess we'll kind of just start from the beginning. We'll call this like a story time. So the school I went to, if I didn't say it like a million times, or if you guys don't know me, I went to UEI College in Riverside. So pretty much UEI is pretty much like a vocational trade school. So it's not your average like college or community college. It is at I cannot talk. It is more of an accelerated program just to kind of get you in and out, to get your career started, just things like that. Because it is a trade school, it is a lot more pricier versus like a community college would be. Because, well, one, you're paying for kind of like the speeding up the time and everything like that. And then just a lot of different things along those lines. But now, UEI, the one I went to in Riverside, they offer like a bunch of other programs, not just medical assisting. I know they have, what is it? I know they have business, criminal justice, HVAC, and then medical, dental, and like assistants. So they definitely have a few different options. Always, anybody going to any school, definitely do your research, go into like deep detail, and really make sure this is what you want, because if you don't want to continue that program, you only have a certain amount of days to kind of test it out, and if you don't like it, you'll end up stuck with that loan, and it's not pretty. So I've seen people do it. People from my class have done it. They still probably haven't continued it. So it's just definitely something you want to look into. Okay, but so the UEI I went to, and I'm not saying every UEI is the same. Almost, I want to say, I mean, they want to be the same, but they're different. I've heard, because some of my coworkers have went to a different UEI college, and the stuff or how they were taught was completely different than when I was taught. And then just different things like that, just along those lines. But when I went to UEI, I definitely would agree that it is super hands-on. They offer you tutoring there if you ever need help. They have job fairs. Just a bunch of different events around like year-long and everything like that, just depending on how long you're staying. It's really a good school. Like I said, just definitely do your research. Make sure it's something that you'd want to go into versus like different schools. Like I know when I was researching, it was between that one and I think it's called SJVC in Temecula. But we'll kind of go into why I chose that school versus the other one a little more further. So let's just jump into pretty much what is like a medical, or the medical assistant program. I'll say, yeah, we'll go into like the program that they offer there. So the program length and some of the stuff I did pull from online, just because when I was going to school, like everything seemed like it went by so fast, like it was crazy. I felt like I was in and out of there like that. But according to their online website, I believe it said it should take about, let me see if I wrote it down, 10 months or 39 weeks. For me, I want to say it was way less than that. I believe like I was in school for 7 to 8 months, and then my 9th month or 8th, 9th month was out doing my extern. So it definitely didn't seem like, oh, freaking 10 months at all. I feel like there's something on my teeth. It is. Pretty much from what I kind of picked up, sorry if I move my desk again, I keep forgetting this thing is attached to it. But some of the info that I picked off from the website, I'll just kind of go over with you guys. So in the medical assisting, other than, like I said, the time length, it kind of just differs per person. If you need to take time off, obviously it's going to extend the time. If your extern hours are like, maybe you're only working like 2 hours a day, of course it's going to extend the time. I was super lucky with my extern site because they let me work 8 hours a day pretty much, and I finished my extern within like a month. So that wasn't too bad, and I believe I needed like 200 hours. So I got it done like super quick, and I was literally like taking up as much time as I possibly can in there, asking for like extended hours. Like they were super cool about it. And I'm actually still, I got hired onto my extern site. I'm currently still working there, and I'd actually finished school like a year ago, pretty much a year ago this month. In December, I had started my extern. So as you can see, it's going great. And I keep getting like a lipstick on my teeth. Okay, but pretty much what they will teach you in the medical assisting program at UEI, excuse me, they will teach you definitely a variety of like different skills, hands-on things. I know they're teaching you like office administration, what is it? You're doing anatomy, physiology, pretty much any, they'll want to get you hands-on about the healthcare field and kind of get you like comfortable with pretty much how they talk in that world. So even if you're watching this video and you're thinking about going to school, I'd say definitely go for it. But like I said, definitely make sure it's something you want to do. I don't ever want to push somebody I don't want to push anybody to go to school just because they need to, or they feel like they need to compete with somebody, or just anything like that. Just don't do it for anybody else. Literally do it for you, or else you will be wasting your time. And that's 100% like my true thing. I tell my sister all the time. I tell everybody, like even my boyfriend Nick, like I don't ever want to push anybody to go to school unless you actually know what you want to do. Because I was there. Believe me, I was pushed from like, oh, after high school you need to do this, you need to do that. No. The route I took, I feel like I'm doing a pretty great job so far, and I'm glad I went to school the time I did. Like everything kind of worked out. So yes, side note from that. Pretty much, okay, so the course programs you'll be learning would be, administrative medical assisting duties, introduction to anatomy and physiology, office environmental, let's see if I wrote some more down. Oh yeah, safety and infection control in laboratory, psychology and special senses, medical management, clinical medical assisting duties, pharmacology, and office emergencies. Then, of course, that last module would be your extern. So let me count if I didn't write one. So maybe it was 8 months because each of the modules took about a month apiece. Like I said, since it is an accelerated program, you are learning like chapters at a time. Like it is crazy how much knowledge or stuff they expect you to learn in like a week or two and expected you to memorize that. And then on your next day the next week, go ahead and learn something else. And at the end of the month, okay, we're going to go ahead and recap on everything. Like it is super accelerated. You definitely want to take as much time as you can. when it comes to this school, just because you're learning a lot. I was going to work and school, and I can definitely tell you it was a lot harder to have like study time and work at the same time. But luckily, the way I kind of did my stuff, well, not that I'm lucky, but the way I help remember stuff, I literally would study the day of, like all my vocabulary words and things like that I had to remember. Like I literally studied the day of and would memorize them. Like I can waste my time, honestly, like, reading the book throughout the entire week, but nothing would really stick to me like it would stick that last day. Like I remember, like right before class would start, I would literally like whip out my paper, start memorizing the words. I wouldn't actually memorize a whole entire like definition. I would remember like key parts to it, just because like there's so many stuff to remember. That's just how I was not raised, but how I kind of got my own little pattern of memorizing things and teaching myself how to like memorize them. And it worked for me. It worked for some other people. So definitely, if you need any test tips or kind of what I did, just let me know. We'll go ahead and make another video, but just like the video, drop a comment down below that you want to see something like that, so we can go ahead and make another one. Okay, then, so pretty much like I was saying, so your schooling there should be, from when I did mine, I think like I said, it was 8 months in school. That 9th month was doing my extern. So like I said, honestly, it flew by super quick. I remember, that sounds about right, yeah. Okay, so now that you kind of know a little bit of information about the UEI, and if I kind of missed something, or if you want to know more, like I said, just drop it in the comments. Any questions in the comments below, I will get them answered. But kind of go into my more personal experience with UEI. So I pretty much, like I said, everything went so quick, like it was crazy. So we'll go start from the beginning. Okay. That's how I got into looking at different schoolings and stuff like that. And then I found out that, for medical assisting, like the schooling was like so quick, like it was ridiculous. But I figured, you know what, I have the time, I'm wasting time working anyways. I can at least go to school like part-time and then, just pretty much go from there. I'm like literally ripping the paint off my desk. Oh my god. Oh shit. Nick's gonna be angry. Alright, so back into it. Sorry. So after she kind of was talking to me about it, that's when I was researching schools. And then I pretty much went to the websites and everything, put in my info, let them know I wanted information. The first school that called me was UEI. She pretty much told me, hey, it'd be best if you come in. We'll do like a walkthrough, kind of give you like a visual on what the expectations are and everything like that. Pretty much just a feel for it, make you feel comfortable saying, this is obviously where you'll be wanting to go to school. You do want to do that walkthrough, and I'd recommend anybody to do that walkthrough, because I was the type of person who was like, no, just give me the information over the phone. I'll let you know if I want to go there or not, type of thing. But the walkthrough helped me out a lot. Definitely made me feel a lot more comfortable. Just things along those lines. Sorry, I have like so much chapstick on my teeth. It's annoying. But so let's see. So pretty much after I got my conversation with her going, we set up a time and a date to meet. I met her at the school. I remember it was towards the end of April. Me and Nick went to the school and everything. She was talking to me about stuff. And then from there, we kind of just did the walkthrough. She showed me, the classes, the labs, where I would be doing my things at. The times and everything, the dates, everything had started. And then from there, let me see if I have anything specific in this. Oh, I can't talk. Let me see if anything specific that I wanted to cover with you guys, because during that time, it was important. It was a very crucial time for me at that time. if that makes sense. Um, because, let's see, so at the end of April, pretty much from there, she was already like pushing, like trying to get me to, make sure recording still. So she's pushing, trying to get me, to go ahead and sign up for the school and everything like that. And I told her, I really wanted to do my research on the other school first before like signing anything. And then she was, she was all totally understanding about it. And then, I filled out my paperwork like prior and everything, and I gave it to her just to kind of review. They pretty much want details, about your basic first and last name, why you want to go to school, any history, things like that. She was going over my paperwork and everything, and then she was going over my my high school diploma, because I did not graduate from my high school. I actually did my high school diploma program when I was going to Maranello for that very little amount of time. And apparently during our conversation, she had told us, she goes, that my diploma through Maranello, it wasn't even through Maranello really, it was, the high school program Maranello was offering, I did through them, so I can get my financial aid and everything to go to Maranello. But anywho, she pretty much saying that was not a valid diploma, that the school was shut down, so it's pretty much it's not valid. I never had a diploma, yada yada yada, things along those lines. And then from there, like my light, everything in like my head like switched off. Like I wasn't even worried about going to medical assisting school. I was like, in my mind, I was pissed more the fact that, okay, well, shit, this entire time I'm over here thinking I had a diploma. I got super excited that I did the damn school up during Maranello and everything, and just things along those lines. So I was pretty much freaking out from there. I just wanted to get out and I'd go call whoever and kind of figure that part out first, because that was my main concern at that time now. But she pretty much like calmed me, not that I was like crazy or anything, but she like rest assured, she goes, well, actually, even if you don't have a high school program, even if you don't have a high school diploma, Jesus, I cannot talk. They offer a high school diploma program within their schooling. So at that point, I'm thinking, you know what, I would have to waste my time going to my high school diploma. I might as well knock it out doing medical assisting. So from there, I don't know if I was just not like in my head fully, but I just was like, I need to get into the high school diploma. I might as well get in, like I said, to school and knock out two birds with one stone. Is that what it's called? Yes. Okay, so after that, that's pretty much, honestly, that's what hooked me in. And I had told her that, that I still owed my loan to Maranello, because I was always getting like collect calls from them saying I owed like thousands of dollars. They were saying I owed thousands of dollars to them, that I would need to set up a payment plan, yada, yada, yada. But we were able, and the school was super like, they took their time with you, I'm not going to lie. They took their time. Because we had contacted the financial aid person, and they kind of went through everything, all my like loans, tuitions, whatever, and he said no, that I was completely clear. Anybody who was trying to call to collect money, that was just them trying to do that because Maranello was shut down, that nobody owed anything. And sorry for the light dimming, like the weather outside is a little bit crazy, and it's cloudy and sunny, so my bad. But pretty much from there, I was even more excited to know or to hear the fact that I didn't owe any money at all. So this entire time, like, thank God I didn't make a payment. But good thing I didn't have anything like on my shoulders, any debt at the time. So it was like, that was one less thing to worry about. I'm like, okay, perfect. They offer everything I need here. Plus I don't owe any loans. And they told me, that I should be able to get most of it, or at least some of it, covered through financial aid. So that's even better, because it's hard when you're pretty much living on your own and you need to pay for your school and everything like that. Like, it's not easy. And then so pretty much from there, I told her, I'm with it. let's get this going. I want to get this done quick. Let's start a career. Let's make it happen. So I totally, like I said, from there, I never did I think I would be signing the same papers the same day as my walkthrough, but I did. And I'm not angry about it at all, because or else I probably would be lagging still, pretending that I'm researching, or just pretty much trying to find an excuse of why I couldn't or could have done it. But I'm glad I did. Like I said, there's always a reason for something. But after we had signed the papers and everything, we did my financial aid. The financial aid process did take more of the harder time, just because I guess if you're under 24, you're considered to be under like your parents' social for any like financial aid. But I've told them, like my mom's not going to pay for anything. Like, no, we ain't that type of girl. So that was probably the only hard part, was trying to find a reason. We had to come up with a big excuse, like I don't know my mom or something, and that I'm my own dependent person or whatever, just things like that. That was like probably the only hard part. But we were able to figure it out and get that going, which is good. And after that, after we'd finished everything, she got like my sizes for my scrubs and everything. They provide you with 2 pairs of scrubs. And obviously you would need to wash the scrubs to wear them again throughout the week. But yeah, other than that little info, just in case you didn't know, that's how many scrubs they provide. You can buy more if you want, but I didn't personally. But right after that, I finished signing the papers, everything. She gave me all the copies of everything, yada, yada, yada. And then, like, when she hit me with the, oh, by the way, you're going to start next week on this day, I was like, oh, shit, like, it's happening, like, shit, what did I get myself into? There's no backing out now. So it was scary, I'm not going to lie, it was super scary, and in a way, I was kind of doubting myself. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have to do this, let's just call her and cancel everything, like, no. But I figured, what, I honestly had nothing to lose. Well, obviously, you have your money to lose, but this is something I really wanted to do, and I figured, what, why not get it done now? You're young. Just handle, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up at UEI. And then just a little side note from within that story, I'd actually found out, I would say maybe 2 to 3 months after signing up for school, because I had started, like I said, the high school program that they had within UEI, and that was like before classes start. So I would go in and everything was computerized. You do your study, you take your test online, things like that. If you needed help, they have like somebody there to help you out. But then I was talking to the high school teacher that was like pretty much like watching us at the time. And I told her, isn't there a way you guys can like just give me my credits if I have all my credits? And I showed her my paper and everything. She goes, wait, why are you even taking the high school class? You have a diploma. And then we had actually called the high school program that I did with Marinello, and I told them what was going on. She goes, no, your diploma is very much valid anywhere else in the United States or anywhere in general. UEI is actually the only college that does not accept that diploma. So hearing that made me super pissed at UEI. Like, it made me even rethink about even signing up. I'm like, well, how can I sign up for a school that doesn't even like know that this is a valid this is a valid diploma? This is how they lure people in. Like, honestly, I was just super pissed at the fact that, I mean, I would have went to the medical assisting program, maybe not to that one, but either way, I was going to go to school. But the fact is, I had to waste my time on top of doing, like, I didn't have enough time. I was going to work as it is. Like, on top of having to do my medical assistant program, I had to do my high school program and everything like that. So I really felt like it wasted a lot of my time. And I just felt lied to, and just like, I was just pissed. Like, I was so pissed. Like, for a cool month, I was pissed. But then that's when I did my research, and I had literally, like, my high school teacher of the program talked to literally the president of UEI and told them, like, she has her diploma. This is like BS pretty much. And they said, unfortunately, that's just nothing they can do. So, just a tip, if you did go to Maranello and did the high school diploma there trying to get to UEI, your diploma is very much valid. They just do not accept it there. So don't feel angry at yourself because you did it. Okay, but extra side notes. There's a lot of side notes to this little story time telling thing. But yes, that was probably the only bummer or thing that I was very pissed about while attending UEI. But like I said, at the end of the day, no matter how angry I was or however it may be, I wouldn't be where I am today unless all of those situations had happened. So yeah, don't forget that. Anywho, but yeah. Okay, so back into more of like the UEI, my experience kind of ordeal. And then also, just to let you guys know, another thing I was lied about, because prior to even doing the walk, I told her I don't want to waste my time doing something unless I can get any of my stuff that I'm learning transferred into a college to do my RN program. Because I don't want to waste time doing something for nothing, knowing I'm going to have to learn probably the exact same thing again in the future. So that's the first thing I remember asking her over the phone, and she told me, yeah, this will definitely help you out with your RN program. Things can get transferred. And then same thing, the same time I had found out about my diploma, I also had to ask this question. And I think this is why I was beyond angry at that point. So my teacher had told me that the credits or any classes you, like the modules or classes you take within the medical assisting program, they are not transferable. You cannot take them anywhere. And that gave me more pissed. I was like, okay, so I know I'm gonna have to learn anatomy and everything for RN, and the fact is I won't be able to take everything I learned. I mean, knowledge-wise I can take, but credits-wise, they do not transfer any of those towards that. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to do all that again. But at least I will kind of have more of a basic sense to it, kind of what to expect at that point, I guess. So like I said, things happen for a reason. I'm trying to do this like in the most positive way of thinking about this. But yeah, other than that, don't let them fool you about your credits. They're not transferable. And make sure if they say you are, definitely ask them for proof, because I didn't. I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. That's awesome. Played me. And then, so pretty much what is kind of sweep up from here, kind of give you guys the basic numbers and everything like that, just so you guys, but that was my kind of experience and everything. I personally, because I know the question is, would you recommend UEI to somebody? I definitely would recommend. Like I said, it's really good hands-on experience. The teachers, my teacher was freaking awesome. Like, she took the time with you. If you had a problem, you had a question, if you weren't like the brightest student in the class, like, she took your time with you, or she'd pair you up with somebody that she recommends, that would help you. And that helped out so many people, believe me, including myself. So that was super awesome. I definitely recommend it. Shout out to Miss M if you're watching this video, or any of my classmates happen to be watching this video, or you're attending UEI and you have her as a teacher, or you are thinking about attending UEI, definitely request her. She is amazing. She teaches you in the easiest way possible, kind of helps you things to remember, and then our potlucks are fire, so just saying. But anywho, yes, so let's jump into the numbers. Okay, so from what I was looking online, I think tuition, it was about, not 20,000, it was like a little under 20,000, I think, from when I Googled it, or when I tried to look up the numbers. I think it said it was 19,900, so, I mean, we're almost there at the 20K. And I do believe on top of that, there is an application fee. So pretty much you're about at that 20,000 range. And then, now, obviously hearing 20K, that is a lot. Like, especially for someone my age. I think, how old was I? I think I just had turned, no, how old am I? I'm stupid. 23, 22. I was 21 turning 22 when I had first signed up. I was turned 22 like a month after signing up. But for somebody my age who wasn't dependent on their parents, that hits you in the chest. Like $20K, like goddamn, like you can do a lot with that. But luckily, like I was saying, that financial aid did help out a lot. And then the way they kind of have different like payments and everything, like they have you pretty much, you can pay after you finish your school or you can pay during your school. I opted for the pay during my school just so when I was finished, at least I knew I was, at a pretty much I won't be owing a lot of money at the end of my program or anything like that. And the school bill while attending school, I don't think it was that much, to be honest. All I know is I don't remember it being a lot. I'd probably say it was like 60, 65 a month while going to school, and that's not that much. They do have different interest rates and everything to go about. So depending on what your financial aid offer is, of course, all the numbers would be different. But other than that, I know after you finish your schooling, 6 months after you finish your schooling, you'll have that second loan kind of kick in. So now you'll be paying 2 loans at a time, and mine definitely kicked in, and that's when it got harder because after you finish school, that basic school rate that was 65, that like pretty much doubled the numbers. And then you also have that second loan kick in 6 months, and they have that 6 months like grace period just because they kind of expect you to have like a job by then, which luckily I did because I'll be fucked. But yeah, so I mean, other than that, that's about it for like pricing wise. I know when I was looking on my online loan little website, they have different things like if you're a graduate or if you need like financial assistance, they have different stuff to offer if you need the help. Just definitely go ahead and give them a call so you're not getting any interest rates going up or missed payments or late payment fees. Like, just call ahead of time. But then another side note, just to let you guys know, and it is stated on their website, on their paperwork and everything, UEI does not guarantee you a job or employment or anything along those lines. That is not their job to find you a job, and they will let you be aware of that. But my job counselor, she did let us know, that she will help us as much as she can, but she definitely wants you to put forth the effort as well. So definitely a lot of different things to consider. If you're expecting a school to definitely find you a job, then UEI is not the one for you. You can get lucky and, of course, get hired onto your extern site. That is what had happened to me. But if your extern site doesn't like you, then obviously I don't know what to tell you. But I am super lucky to have been hired through my extern because I do love my job. I love my coworkers, the new and the old ones. Of course, at any job you're going to have drama, but ours is pretty fun, not going to lie. But other than that, with financial aid, though, I totally forgot to tell you guys. I think with financial aid, out of the $20K, I probably only had to pay maybe, I had to write it down, like $13,000 in total. Like a financial aid was covered, we're able to cover like some of that. So I only had to pay technically like 13,000, like something along those lines. Which is not too bad. I mean, like I said, it's school, you're an accelerated program, you're paying for the time, everything to kind of get going faster and things like that. But after doing some research, this is not my monthly rate, but I was doing like my student loan kind of typical, and then the net pay calculator off UEI, and they were saying the typical monthly loan payments is about $134 a month, which kind of sounds right. I think mine's more like 150. But like I said, you can possibly lower the price, higher the price, depending, on your current situation, things like that. And then I also was looking up their kind of like graduate percentage program, things like that. And according to their website, only 70% of program graduates actually get a job. So I know that number doesn't seem super high, but it's definitely possible. Definitely, like, straight out the box, I'll tell you, even to this day, like, it is hard when you're fresh out of school trying to get a medical assisting job. Like, believe me when they tell you, like, it's hard. It is a struggle. It's ridiculous. I've seen so many, like I said, so many of my friends, I remember them texting me saying they put in job applications after job applications and no one has called them. And they'll tell you straight up, just because, like, even on the job descriptions, like, if you look up somewhere, like on Indeed or something, it'll tell you that they require, 3 years plus of experience, and it's very hard to get into. Like, I'll even, like, apply for different medical assistant jobs just to see if they'll even call me, and they didn't. Well, some of them did, but I have about like a year experience now. But during that time, like, I almost got like maybe 1 to 0 calls, or 0 to 1, I should say, because it is hard. So don't get discouraged. Definitely ask your school for as much help as you can. Even, volunteer just to get into somewhere. Just to get your foot in the door, and then go from there. But pretty much that is my personal experience with UEI, kind of the financial aspects of it as well. Some of the stuff I learned, I'll let you know actually. So pretty much, but just to let you guys know, a medical assistants, they pretty much work alongside like physicians, mainly in outpatient or ambulatory care facilities. Like medical offices or clinics. I work at a weight loss clinic, so there you go. There's some medical assistants that work in hospitals, just a bunch of different things, just depending whether you're certified or not certified, or they're just a different outline of what they kind of expect per job. And medical assistants, depending on, I'm pretty sure every school will teach you though, you can do administrative as well as clinical duties. So whether it be like a front office or back office, like with injections or, phlebotomy kind of things like that. It just differs where you work, things like that, what your work does. But some pay numbers just to get you guys into that info. So how much do medical assistants make? Well, not as much as you think or what you think Google thinks. Oh, this video may be long, sorry. But I really want to get you guys kind of the info inside of it and everything as well from a 2018 perspective. Now, when I was researching how much medical assistants make, it was not close to what Google had even thought. It was not close to what your teachers are going to tell you. It is not close as what the person who signed you up is telling you you're going to make these riches. No. From everywhere I've searched, unless you so happen to be in like the Hollywood area, Orange County area, Rancho, where is that at? Somewhere pretty much in the OC area or LA area maybe. That's where I've noticed you'll get paid the most. For like when I was looking up on the Indeed, like where their pay start was like maybe super high, like maybe 15, 16 and up. But if you're out here in like Riverside, Inland Empire area, girl, boy, girl, whoever is watching this, they are going to want you to start you off on minimum wage. So really think about that one. Like, that's what hit me the most, is like the fact that, okay, I paid all this money to go to school. I took all this time to learn all this stuff just to get pretty much a basic ass pay rate that someone could be getting at McDonald's. And honestly, the people at McDonald's are getting paid more. I kid you not. Like, even to this time, like this, for my work, I get paid, well, depending what minimum wages are now, because I guess somebody said the numbers changed, but I get paid minimum wage. And I've been doing this for an entire year, but my year to date evaluation should be coming up, so hopefully we get a pay raise. But yeah, so I get paid a minimum wage, and it is like, it pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie, because there's so many opportunities out there. Like my last job, I was working, I didn't have to go to school or nothing, and I was getting paid so much more money to do less work. Like, it's ridiculous. I can think about this all the time. Like, I always tell myself, you know, is it worth it? You can just, I know you went to school and everything, but you could be making more money doing this. Like, no, like, I want to be in the field that I went to school for. It just depends on how much you really want to be doing what you love. And like I said, I do. That's one thing. I wake up every morning, I'm like, you know, I'm not angry to have to go to work. I actually like doing what I do. But to be honest with you, yeah, you're not going to be making much, especially if you're out here. I'll tell you that right now. Don't let any of these fools like play you, because they will start you off minimum wage, like, and expect you to do the most. And according to, like I said, some of the stuff I looked up on Google, and according to a Google search, MAs in California have an average salary of $37,817 as of September 28th of 2018. That is a damn lie. But it also said, but they can range from $34,859 to $40,834. I still believe it's a little under $34,000, because I don't think minimum wage will even get you to that salary a year. Of course, like I said, that all these numbers really depend on your location, education, certification, skills, and number of years that you've spent doing what you do. So for sure, they're going to probably start off minimum wage. If they don't, you know, I am so happy for you. You go out there and make the most for everybody, because believe me, it's painful to get paid minimum wage and you don't expect to live off that. It's not possible, at least where I live. The struggle is real, honey. But other than that, like I said, just really don't get discouraged too much with numbers. Think about, you know, you obviously went to school to do this for the reason you wanted to help people, you wanted to help your family, you wanted to help yourself. You wanted to do this for that reason. So always keep that reason behind you or in your head, you know, and always have it as a constant reminder. Make sure, like I said, at the end of the day, if you love doing what you do, you're not really going to work. You have a career, you're doing what you started. You can go ahead and take this medical assisting program further. You can, you know, stay where you are. I've seen people gain so much experience with it. My teacher was a current medical assistant on top of being a teacher, and she had like 7, years of experience, and she was getting paid good money, like almost, I think she was saying like $20, $24 an hour, and that's really good. So definitely, depending where you are, even I think my boss, or my supervisor, she's been doing it for like 9 years, almost 10, and she makes pretty good money. Not that she told me, but I'm pretty sure I can tell. But yeah, don't let numbers discourage you. Just keep your head up, you know. Like I said, make sure this is something you want to get into rather than just want to do something. And then I think that is pretty much all the info that I have for you guys. Like I said, if I missed something, just definitely drop the questions in the comments down below. Sorry this video is so long, but I really wanted to get to you guys as much information from what I know to you. Just so, like I said, I can help you out with the experience, help you out with any questions, things like that. And also, a quick tip. When you get when you get into your extern site, make sure you make a good lasting impression, because at that point, like I said, it's super hard to get hired after that extern site if they don't want you. And then before even like working or wasting your time there, I asked my externship site, and I asked my that you're not accepting an externship site unless it's extern to hire. Do not waste your time. I made it very clear I did not accept any externship site offers unless I know that it was guaranteed a job, a possible job, I should say, because no one is guaranteed a job. But yes, definitely make sure your counselor person knows that. And then once you get into your externship site, and let's say you are hired and you don't like that spot you're at, I mean, you can, quit and hope to find another job. But like I'm telling you, it's super, super hard unless you possibly know somebody or family or friend that can get you in somewhere. It is super hard to find a job. So my other tip would be, kind of suck it up and stick with it, just so you can get those experiences in, unless it's like too much where it's unbearable, where you don't want to be working for somebody like that. Because I've heard some like pretty sad stories. Yeah, other than that, kind of stick with it as much as you can. Like I said, because it's super hard to find a job. Like I cannot stress that enough. It's a hard one, really. That's kind of like your make or break moment. But definitely, other tip too, definitely once you sign up for school, stick through it. Even if you're tired or you're stressed, just know, everybody has problems. I was able to go to work and go to school at the same time with only probably running on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a day, on top of, picking up my boyfriend and picking up my brother from work. And, dropping like my boyfriend off from work. Like it was hard. Like it was super hard. It was very time consuming. It was very stressful. I literally gained so much weight. My freaking like acne was insane. It was you totally could tell like it all took a toll on my body. So it's just definitely, like I said, how you feel inside about something, but don't ever sign up for something just because somebody told you about it, or your family's forcing you to do it. Don't do that. You're not going to be happy. But other than that, guys, I think that is all I have for you. Just kind of scroll through everything, make sure. Yeah, if you want more information, I will link the UEI Riverside, or even the UEI website in general, down below in the description box, just so you guys can kind of check that out. And yeah, I feel like I should have told you guys what medical assistants even do. So we'll start with it real quick. So a medical assistant, from what I learned how to do like injections, CPR, drawing blood, let's see what else. So EKGs, of course. Honestly, just a bunch of different things, actually. What I feel like I was more trained on, like, for adults being, I guess, or needed help or sick or whatever. I feel I didn't get as much in on pediatrics, because I would be, even to this day, I think I would be so afraid to like have to give like a baby a shot. Like, I don't think I'm ready for that. But eventually I'm gonna have to be. But yeah, they'll always link everything down below. The website will have everything you'll possibly learn. It was a super fun experience. Like I said, I wouldn't trade it or ask for anything else, or I wouldn't have changed anything. I don't regret anything I did, other than my little angry moments at that time. It was definitely worth it. So I'm gonna wrap up this video because I know it's so long and I'm sorry. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I packed a lot of information in there. Like I said, if I missed anything or if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. Go ahead and DM me or message me on Instagram. I will link it down below. It's just xx_by_bell_xx. Go ahead and add me there. And I will let you guys go. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.